All right, we're in chapter 4 on graphing linear equations. This is section 4.3, parallel and perpendicular lines. Well, what are parallel lines? Well, two lines are parallel if their slopes are equal. So we can see on the left graph here, those two lines, those have the same slope it looks like, and the ones on the right do too. The ones on the left are a positive slope, the ones on the left are a negative slope. So let's see what their actual slopes are. So we have a point here and a point here. So then we can look at the rise and the run. So we're going up 2 and the run is 1. So our slope is equal to 2. Well, what about this one? Well, this one maybe we can go here to here. And again, it's 2 to 1. So our slope here is equal to 2 as well. Now, what are the two equations? Well, this one is going to be y equals 2x. And then we hit that at 1, 2, 3 plus 3. And this one is going to be y equals 2x. And here we're going 1, 2, 3, negative 4, minus 4. Okay. And so we see that our slope m1 is equal to our slope m2, and both of them are equal to 2. All right. What about our second set of parallel lines to check? Okay, well here let's go and we're going to go over 1, down 2. So this is 1, this is negative 2. And maybe we'll go from here down. So this is over 1, down 2. So the slope here is equal to, well, it's a negative 2 over 1, which is equal to a negative 2. Here, the slope is also equal to a negative 2 over 1, which is a negative 2. So what are the actual equations? Well, that first line is going to be y equals a negative 2x and then minus 4. And here, this one is going to be y equals a negative 2x, 1, 2, 3, plus 3. Okay, so basically the same lines almost, except for the slopes are the negatives, positive 2 and then the negative 2. All right, so then what do we have here? We have perpendicular lines. And what are perpendicular lines? Well, their two lines are perpendicular to each other if they have negative reciprocals. And what does a negative reciprocal mean? It means if we have one slope is m1, then we have the negative reciprocal is going to be what m2 is. And so m2 is going to be down here. And so m2 could be here, and negative 1 over m1 could be here. So let's look and see if we can figure out these as far as what their slopes are and see if we can make it fit this. So here we can go over 1, down 2. So this is up 2 over 1. So our slope here is equal to a 2 again. Well, what about this one? Here, it looks like we're going to go down 1, go down 1 over 2. So it's going to be a negative 1, and here it's going to be a 2. So our slope here is equal to a negative 1/2. Well, does that fit this here? Well, does 2 equal a negative 1 over 2? Well, 2 and negative 1 over 2. So yes, it is the negative reciprocal. So these aren't the same. We're saying that the m1 here and this is the m2 is over here. So that is going to be the negative reciprocal. And so how do we get the negative reciprocal? Well, we can take 2 and then we can take the reciprocal, which becomes 1/2, and the opposite of that is a negative. So, that is the negative reciprocal. And what about this one? This one looks like a big X. So what do we have here? Well, it looks like we're going over 1, up 1, and so here the slope is equal to 1. Here it looks like we're going down 1, right 1, so slope equals a negative 1. So if we start out with, say, this is our m1, what do? If we take the reciprocal of that, that's 1 over 1, and the negative of it is a negative 1 over 1, and that's also equal to a negative 1. So they are negative reciprocals of each other. And what are the equations? Well, this one is equal to y equals 2x, 1, 2, 3, plus 3. This one is equal to y equals a negative 1/2 x, and then minus 2. What do we have here? Well, this one's just y equals x, and this one's y equals a negative x, because we're going through the origin, so that plus b is plus 0, and so we can just drop it, and so we have x and negative x as far as our equations go. All right, so let's stop there and we'll come back for more.